Hey, it's the Bradcast, and I'm at the really cool Comic-Con in Flint, and I'm here with John Swasey, voice actor. How long have you been doing this? How'd you get into voice acting?
Well, I've been an actor for 28 years. No, excuse me. Been an actor for about 38 years. And in 1997, I live in Houston, and somebody said, hey, you ought to do anime. And I was like, all right, what's that? And I started working for a company in Houston called ADV Films in 1997, and then started going up to Dallas to work at a company called Funimation. And, just really didn't know much about it. It was just another acting job, and we just kind of kept doing it and started getting more prolific and more, bigger roles and more shows. And, now here we are. It's like, what the heck happened? I mean, it's crazy that it's become what it is today, But it's what I do full time. I'm a full time director at ADV, then became Sentai Filmworks, and I direct there full time, and I act at Funimation, which is now Crunchyroll, and do that. So between Houston and Dallas, that keeps me really busy. So
you're on both sides of the curtain, so to speak.
Glass. We call it the glass.
Ah, the glass. There you go. Much more eloquent.
Wouldn't be quite as effective,
That's true. So, are you doing more one than the other? And which do you like better?
Well, I direct every day, so I mean, I'm doing a lot directing. They're very different. I wouldn't say I like one over the other. They're very different animals, and I just like being part of the whole creative process. And just getting to act in a show is great, and getting to direct a show is great. So and working together with other actors or other directors, it's a fun process. So I like it all the same, pretty much.
If you could reprise a role that you have done in the past, what would it be?
I'd like to do all of them at one big party. That's what I would like to do. But if I had to pick one, I'd love to see Lord Death come back from Soul Eater. It's a great show. It's very iconic. He's that show is what I refer to as like a gateway anime. It's a good anime. It's a good story, good animation, good acting. But I mean, it's just a fun show, and it's not full of fan service. It's not a hentai or an ecchi or a yuri or any of these types of genres. It's just straight up, just a good show. And he's one of my favorite characters, and he gets a lot of love, and I'd love to see him come back.
So what do you like most about Comic-Cons?
Meeting the fans is probably one of my favorite things here. It's a chance to say hello and say thank you for all the love they've given me and support. And, it's you meet all kinds of people, and they will come up and tell you everything from they love your show, they love what you do, you've helped change my life, you saved my life. And then you get people going, who are you? So, it's just nice. I mean, I love comic shows. I love anime shows. It's a place where these people can really be themselves. There's a lot of hate in the world. And I've always said that at an anime show or at a convention like this, everyone's here to lift each other and support each other, and the world could learn a lesson on how to get along coming to an anime show. So I think the best. I think it's great.
Absolutely. Let me ask you, my wife's a librarian, so I'm going to ask you the book-related question.
Really?
Yeah. Absolutely. Have you ever done audiobooks where you had to do all the different voices in succession during the reading?
I have done one audiobook. I don't really do... I've done one. I mean, I don't gravitate to that kind of work because it's very, very arduous, and it takes a lot of time. I mean, I would do it, but I just don't pursue it.
Okay, it just came into my head.
Yeah, I mean that's it's a tough thing. I've done a lot of long form stuff, a lot of e-learning, and I mean it's exhausting. And it's the people that do it, my hat's off to them for being able to keep the voices straight and all that. But for me, maybe it's just my short attention span theater. I like to do a little bit and then be done with it, So,
Anything you have planned coming down the pike that people should be looking for?
well, I've got, working on a lot of anime, and I do a lot of directing and stuff. I just got a lot of different shows coming out. I've also got some stuff that I'm working on personally. We're trying to put together a podcast called Bottom of the Barrel. It's me and Jay Hickman and Kyle Jones. They're two other. Jay's an actor and Kyle's an actor and a director that I work with. And Bottom of the Barrel is sort of it's the three of us talking about just topics like the weather. Where did weather come? Not where did it come from, but what kind of weather storms are there? But it's all tongue in cheek.
Meteorological conversation.
Yes, but then there's also we did like idioms. Where do idioms come from and that kind of stuff. But it's all very comedic.
Okay.
Because we're drinking whiskey the entire time. So.
Huzzah and hooray. Well, comics, beer, and sci-fi, I can totally relate.
And then we've got another show we're trying to get launched called Zeke and Zerlon. It's an animation show that. Anyway, yeah, a lot of stuff coming, but we'll see.
Well, thank you for taking the time to talk to us today. We much appreciate it. I was going to ask you about any way for people to, if they want to find you online, do you have any tags?
Go to my Instagram or Facebook. That's the best way to find me. John Swasey. Just look me up. I mean, it's easy. And just friend me and I'll friend you back.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. You have a great show.
Appreciate it.
This has been the Bradcast. It's really cool Comic-Con in Flint, Michigan.